Alright guys, I'm going to show you guys how to draft from the 107. Traditionally, I like to get like a receiver in the first round, but honestly, McCaffrey has so much upside. I feel like if he's still available, you have to take him. And in the first round, taking a running back just sets you up so well with the 107. Because when you come around at this turn, you got like Nico Collins, Brian Thomas, AJ Brown's okay, but then you definitely have Drake London. You don't have to drop down and grab one of these other running backs. So like right here, I'm gonna try to keep it realistic. I'm not gonna take Amon Ra because realistically he won't be here, but I'll take Nico Collins because chances are he actually would be there if you're at the 107 in a 10-man. And then on this turn over here, you're gonna want to try to drop down to Chase Brown. I know it's such a jump, but like you can either take one of these four QBs, which like no one's gonna complain about, but Chase Brown's right here. Actually, I'm gonna go up and take Tyreek, just because you also still have Chuba and like James Conner, even Amari and Hampton, down at this next turn. But I wouldn't probably go for George Kittle just because you've already taken McCaffrey. Okay, somehow Chase Brown's still here. I'm just going to try to keep it realistic and go down to Chuba because that's what I usually would take. And I probably wouldn't go George Kittle or Joe Burrow in this situation. If you're going to take a QB, I'd take one of the key four in the beginning. And then when you get around here, you should have all these receivers to take from. Chances are Rashee Rice isn't dropping this low, but DJ Moore's and DK Metcalf definitely options. Marvin Harrison Jr., if he's available, for sure grab him. But I'm just going to grab DJ Moore. Jalen Waddle, if he's available, you have to take him. Okay, I don't know why Rashee Rice is still back here, but we're just going to go Jalen Waddle. Now I should be looking for a couple different running backs just because we did take Caffrey and he can get injured. He has the most upside, but Caleb Johnson and Travion Henderson, even RJ Harvey, these are going to be great rookie options right here. If I'm going to pick one of them, I've heard a lot of good things about Travion, but I just know the Steelers, they're going to run. They're going to have to run, and he's a big body like Najee Harris, so we'll just take him. I would probably drop down and try if you're stuck in this situation and you have like an option, take Chris Olave or like Ted McMillan just because they are wide receiver ones on their team. I would grab one of these guys, but chances are they're not available and you have to drop down and take a tight end. I would go down and probably grab Mark Andrews just to fill out that tight end spot so you're not struggling later. Because later, okay, you got to hear me out. I know everyone says this every single year, but you should probably try to go take Kyle Pitts just because he's so low. I don't even know if he's on the regular like fantasy list. He might just be like completely on waivers and stuff. So now you just I'm gonna take Brock Purdy. You know what? We'll take Brock Purdy just because he's available. But no, anyway, Kyle Pitts, he's not even on here. You have no literally no risk taking him. He can be your tight end too, but just trust in the Kyle Pitts and Michael Penix connection. Just trust. Now, if I'm right here, I'm probably gonna go Ricky Pearsall. I know everyone talks about him, but I would go him. And I'm pretty fond of Caleb Williams right here. I know people might not be, but I would take him as my QB too if he's available. He is, so grab him. And now I'm just looking for some good running backs. Quinshon Judkins is here still. I don't know who's gonna be the RB1 here. I would trust Quinshon is, but okay. I'm just gonna keep it realistic. Emeka Ibuka's not gonna be here, but I would go Quinshon Judkins right here. And then I'd be looking at these tight ends, and I would definitely be going Tyler Warren just because he was taken in the first round of like the 2025 NFL draft, and there was only 2 of them taken, and I know one of them is going to have just a crazy good season with a bunch of receiving yards, and I feel like he really has no tight end competition, so I'd grab him as my tight end 2. Okay, and then here's Kyle Pitts right here. Okay, so he's at 142. There's like literally no risk in taking him. If you're able to take him later on, I'm not going to take him just because I grabbed the rookie, but you can definitely take him right here with literally no risk. But for running backs, I would probably go on. I've heard a lot about this Kyle Williams, so I'm just going to take him. And then for defenses, I honestly just take what's available. Broncos for sure if you can. I mean, they're always just going to have a crazy good defense with Sean Payton. But even the Patriots, if you can grab the Patriots, they'd be a great defense too. I'll grab them. Yeah. And then for kickers, you guys know the drill. Just pick a team, honestly. If Brandon Aubrey's available, obviously take him, but Elson, it's pretty much just up in the air. Boswell's good. I'll grab Boswell. And that's how to draft from the 107. This team's pretty stacked. Running backs, great. McCaffrey, tremendous upside. And you got so many wide receivers that are good. Nico Collins, Tyreek, DJ Moore, Waddle right here. I mean, even this Kyle Williams rookie, Ricky Pearsall. He's got so many good options from the 107 if you draft like this.